7, but also in the G6. Stuart has bent over backwards and then some. And so I'm extremely appreciative of everything you've done for us, the G3 team, the Mission Command Support Element. And we would not have accomplished a lot of things if it weren't for your support. So I want to thank you for that. A couple more things. So again, how many signalers and the signal people in the room? All right. So you will recognize the term PACE. PACE plan. What's your PACE plan? Primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency. How do we get after things? But I'm not going to talk about comms. What I like to really wrap this up, because you're not here to hear from me, you're here from Stuart, is I'd like to give you two items of advice about your PACE plan for you to continue to succeed, not only as an officer, as a soldier, as a husband, as a future father. I'll give you this piece of advice. Your PACE plan. And you can order these in any, they're not necessarily in the particular PACE, but you can order them depending on the situation. Family. Family has to be the most important thing that you do at any given time, because we've said this before, the Army's a team sport, and the team starts with your family. Second, your support system. Your friends, school, work, neighborhood. You have to have a support system that's going to help you endure through those challenging times. 3, your faith. Whatever faith you practice in the hardest of times, and even in the best of times, don't forget to gravitate back towards that. And the last and not least, yourself. You have to depend on yourself and continue to hold yourself accountable to be the leader, the officer, the husband, the parent that we all expect you to continue to be. So treat that as a PACE plan, those 4 things. They won't be in order because the situation will depend on what the order is. All right, last, and I'll wrap up. A former mentor of mine used to tell me, give me this quote, what got you here won't get you there. And over the course of time, I have grown to disagree with that statement. Because what got you here is promotion to Lieutenant Colonel, selection to be the AXO for the Deputy Chief of Staff, G6 of the Army, to be a successful G6. Keep that in mind, because what got you here is going to get you next. So without further ado, those are my comments, and congratulations, Stuart. It's an honor to be here. Nobody's more deserving of this promotion than you.
Would Major Waters and his wife, Caitlin, please join Colonel Ortiz up front? Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated for the publishing of the orders. Attention to orders. The President of the United States proposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Major Stuart P. Waters. He is hereby promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, United States Army, effective the first day of August, 2022. Signed by the Secretary of the Army. Colonel Ortiz will now present the certificate of promotion to Lieutenant Colonel Waters.
This is fun because it's like, let's see how well she does.
Hey, one Kim.
As is tradition, as we reach the next rank, it's also important to reaffirm our commitment to this great nation and our Constitution. So, as it is a tradition, I'm going to ask Stuart to recommit his oath to the Army. Raise your right hand. I state your full name.
I, Stuart Waters,
Having been appointed an officer
have been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel,
to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that will well and faithfully
and I will and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office I'm about to enter.
of the office I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Woo! The U.S. Lieutenant Colonel of the United States Army.
Okay. Well, so a former expert of mine told me, hey, sir, just wing it. So, no, I'm teasing. I'd like to first start with some thank yous. And most importantly, and sir, I will use your PACE plan, family. I'd like to thank my mother and my mother-in-law for being here today and all the years of support that you've had for me over the years. Thank you for being here. I love you both so much. Thank you. And then, last but not least, my wife, Caitlin. Thank you again. Thank you for being here. Of course, you kind of had to be too. I told you. I'd like to also thank for the invocation today. Carmen, thank you for stepping in for the invocation. Thank you so much. And again, to the PACE plan, thank God for today, for the weather we're having, and really for just the blessing of this promotion for me today. Sir, to get to you, thank you for your words. Truly, as I asked for you to do this, I couldn't think of a more tactically and technically proficient signal officer. I will get to these remarks, but you epitomize the type of officer and signal officer I strive to be, and I do appreciate your words, and it's a vote of confidence as I move into this rank, so thank you, sir. And then to everyone else, family, friends, those that are streaming, I don't get to Lieutenant Colonel on my own. Yes, in the E of my PACE plan, I may just be on me, but I rely on my friends and my family to be here. It goes without saying that I am where I am today because of you. And I think that's the important part. It's a promotion ceremony, and we think that this is about me up here, and I don't know many other officers that get up here and assume like, oh yeah, the spotlight's on me, I get to talk, and everyone's captive audience. No, it's to thank you. It's to thank everyone here that has gotten me here today, and I know will still be with me working as Lieutenant Colonel and my service, even beyond my service. I know you'll be with me forever, and I thank you for that. So, I think I'm going to get this out of the way. We're at the Eisenhower Memorial, okay? I chose this. It's outdoors. I mean, some folks say we got out of the Pentagon. That's great. Others will say, well, it must be because he's a 4-star, probably a 5-star general. That must be why Stu put him up here and you wanted to have the memorial, as your promotion ceremony. Or maybe it's because he was a president. Yeah, the reality is I lived in Ike Barracks at West Point for 4 years, so I couldn't help but being around Ike one more time for my promotion today. So that was my leading thought was, why not have Eisenhower with me on my promotion as well? Okay, so I'll tell you, yes, I'm promoted lieutenant colonel, but I couldn't have gotten here without the experiences that I've had coming up to here. And the job, the AXO job, the G6, everyone said, you just had your key developing job. Now you get to do a broadening job. And I can certainly say I have been broadened in the job of the G6. I've seen more of the Army and the processes, the bureaucracies, the decisions, the relationships, the things that are on the scene, behind the scenes. It has certainly given me perspective that I know I will carry into my lieutenant colonel rank. With that, I thank all the G6 teammates I have here. You know, it was not just the folks helping me today, with Major McFarland narrating, Carmen with the protocol, John with the script. I had Dusty here with all the other pieces with the streaming. Thank you for being here, Mr. Canal, for the certificate. You guys have certainly been there with me, and I thank you for that friendship and that support. But again, you guys are doing waves of things in the G6, and I'm happy to be a part of that team, and I'm looking forward to the next year working in a new capacity in the G6. Now, second, Colonel Ortiz certainly went through far better of a job of explaining my career than I could have done. But the last job in 2CR as a Regimental S6 was perhaps one of the most exciting, challenging, I think my old commander said we were running around with scissors, axes, flamethrowers, just doing whatever we wanted. And I learned more in that job about what it truly meant to be a signal officer. It meant to challenge what we're doing and to look towards change. Because it's not enough just to do the status quo, it's to do change and make the Army a better place. I have one of my teammates here, Chief Garcia. Man, thank you. This is a long time since seeing you. I mean, we met 5-6 years ago. Thank you. It's awesome to be back here together. But others that are streaming, I know there's other friends that I have. Pardon me. Sean is here. He was with me from the start, Sean Lynch. But I've got folks online as well with JP, Gordon. I've got Phil Hedberg, Caleb Cronin. Thank you. If you're watching, I really do. You have made me who I am today. That experience in 2CR was nothing else. So I'll tell you, all these experiences have led me to be where I'm standing right now, promoted Lieutenant Colonel, and I'm totally ready for it. I'm excited for it. It's going to be such an adventure. I think what is so unique about this year is this has been a year of change for me. So first, I'm no longer the XO, so that's one change. I'm ready to do more things with the G6. And second, the changes we're doing the G6, the network we're trying to create and to really bring with the Army is change that I'm happy to be a part of, and again, something that an experience and seeing it happen from the Army level that I can't take back, or it's certainly an opportunity and a privilege. Promotion to Lieutenant Colonel, that's a change, that's a big one. But then, most importantly, Caitlin, we're going to have a big change this year. We're expecting our first son this year, so we'll see if it's New Year's before or after, but it's a year of change for me, and I'm excited for it. I can't be more ready to serve my country as Lieutenant Colonel, to be here for my family, my friends, and to take care of myself, and of course God. So sir, back to your face plan, thank you for that. I'm certainly going to carry that with me. But thank you. I really appreciate it, and go Army, beat Navy.
Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with Army tradition, please stand and join us in singing the Army song. Words can be found in your program.
Sing it loud now. Can't hide it now.
March along, sing a song, we're the army of the free. Got the brave, got the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. Fight for the flag and to save the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along.
proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way, count off the cannons loud and strong. Oh, there we go, you always know that the army goes rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please come forward to offer your congratulations to Lieutenant Colonel Waters and his family. They invite you to join them for a reception at the Light Horse Bar and Restaurant in Old Town Alexandria from 4 to 7 p.m. Thank you for attending.